Alright, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel and this week's Bike Quick Talks. So what are we talking about this week? This week we're talking about the difference between a men's bike and a woman's bike. But before we get into today's video, if you are new to my channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button for me. Love having you on the channel. If you already are subscribed, make sure that little bell icon next to that is checked. That way you get notified every time I upload. That way you don't miss any of these awesome reviews, bike quick talks, tutorials, and of course rides on this channel because it's all great. So, men's versus women's bikes. What is the difference between them? Don't they ride the same bike? No, they don't ride the same bike. Come on, guys, how old are you? Everybody knows that men and women ride different bikes. Every single one's different, and it's not just the color that's the difference. So, with me here, I got my wife's bike. This is her Specialized Aerial. It's been a long time since this bike's been on the channel. But I got this bike here just as an example versus some of my bikes that are more a men's bike versus a woman's bike. So, a couple things are going to be different about a woman's bike. Generally, the easiest way to tell if you are looking for a bike, if it's a men's or a woman's bike, is going to be this top tube right here. It's going to be this angle of the top tube and how it goes across. So bikes like my Trek 3700, my Superfly, my road bike, all those bikes have pretty much a top tube that just goes straight across. Pretty much they would meet right about here on the seat post on like a men's bike. On a woman's bike, they have much more of an angle to them, also known as like a step-through frame is what they're called, which then helps, a woman get over, whether they're in like a dress or skirt or, whatever that would be. They have a better way to get over it. So with that top tube, that's gonna be the easiest identifying thing to it. Now you look at road bikes, and well, road bikes don't have that. They all look about the same. So how do you tell a difference then? Color. No, I'm kidding, not color. So there's a couple other differences that are gonna be between a woman's bike and a men's bike. Another difference is going to be the handlebar width. A woman's bike generally going to have a lot narrower of handlebars, just due to the fact that men have broad shoulders here, women do not. So, women's bikes a little bit narrower over handlebars. Also, another thing to look at, it has the original seat, original grips on there. A lot of times they are more suited for a woman's body. Just saying. This one, her bike kind of has a little dip to it here, and then these grips are different than the original ones. But the original ones had a much smaller grip, therefore for smaller hands is what that's for. So that's another thing to look for if you still have the original seat if you're looking at a bike shop. If it's woman specific saddle, a lot of times they'll say woman specific on them, and same thing with the grips as well. Another thing that's going to be different, a lot of times the cranks on the bike are actually going to be a shorter length. Generally for like a men's bike, something like a 170, 175 millimeter length from the crank, from the center of the crank bolt to the actual end of the crank, or to where the pedal mounts. That's about 170, 175 millimeters, give or take. A women's bike, generally going to be anything from like 160 up to like that 170 mark. And again, just through the way that woman's body is designed, just not quite as long of legs most of the time. So that's another difference that's going to be there. And the other thing with a woman's frame, generally always going to be a smaller size. Men's frame, you can get up to like a 61 centimeter or bigger. Those are huge. You can get, generally a woman's frame, they only go up so large of a frame. And that's about it. So there's the debate. If you're a small dude, can you ride a woman's bike? Or if you're a tall woman, can you ride a men's bike? Sure, why not? That's the biggest things, and I mentioned that in one of my previous videos where I talked about maximizing comfort on your bike. It was actually with this bike too. I talked all about that and the 5 things you should change on your bike to make it more comfortable. Guess what those were? Those were your main ones on there were your contact points. Therefore your saddle, your grips, your bars, those kind of things that would make it much more comfortable for you to ride your bike. I'll post a link up in the corner to that video, that way you guys can take a look at it because it was a great video. So you guys can learn how to maximize comfort on your own bike. But can you ride a woman's bike? Sure. Can you ride a men's bike if you're a woman? Sure, go for it. Whatever fits you the best as a individual. We're all different, we all have different leg sizes, body types. Try and, if you have the opportunity, try and ride each one. You will notice a difference. I guarantee you will notice a difference between them all. But that's gonna be the biggest thing. Just those different sizes between a woman's bike and a men's bike just fit for each other, just fit for that specific, generalization of that person the best. So hopefully you guys were able to learn from this video. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up. Appreciate the support. If you have any comments or questions, let me know down in the comments section below. Love chatting with you guys. Love answering any questions you have. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching today.